All right. So, any questions about what we've been through this morning? Oh my God. What was that?
Where do you start? It's like, no, I need to stop and read and...
Absolutely, and really kind of take that all in and allow, and trust that your subconscious mind has taken in more than you think it has as well, yeah? So just let that percolate for the day, let that kind of manifest, and as Annie said, she will very generously provide some PDFs of those slides and things, which will be just tremendous, and very incredibly generous, Annie, thank you. So, you're going to need some help with all of this, aren't you? Who really agrees with that? To get that book out, to get that online course out, and to market it all, and to attract that audience, but not just attract that audience, attract the right audience, as Annie said. When you speak their language, when you speak to their heart, you attract the right audience, and you don't have to sell anymore. Who wants to sell? Really? Yeah? What you want to do is have discussions with connected people who want what you have to offer because they see the value, they like, value and trust, exactly what Annie said. So if we're just going to spend the next sort of 20 minutes, half an hour or so, just going through the program that I do for practitioners. It's not for everyone. And for those of you that it's not for, please just bear with me for this 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to be going to Callie with chatbots after that as well. So who would like me to do it for you? Well, I'm going to put a caveat to that. It's not me. I have an incredible team. And I am supported by an even wider team. We have, obviously, Callie, who does all of my chatbot stuff. I have Sheni and Georgia, who do all of my Facebook stuff. I have Lachlan, who does all of my videography. I have two amazing VAs that support and coordinate and project manage. I have a team of techies that actually do all of the linking of pages and all the stuff I don't even want to know about, yeah? But I know what to ask for when I need something done. And I have a wider team and support system like Annie and a number of other very, very incredible, amazing specialists in the world who support me in the programs that I do. Like Annie comes onto my programs and does lives and does little hot seats and things where you can bring your ads and we can pick them apart and tell you what to do, what's going well, what's not, all of that stuff as well. So there's a much bigger team that's involved in the process. So I am actually opening applications today for a one-on-one program. It's actually a done for you and a done with you, and I'll explain how much of it is done for you and how much of it I can't actually do for you. I will guide you and teach you and show you how to do those bits, like write the content of your book. And I'm actually going to do it with you in person. We will get together for 3 days and we will write the book, yeah? But I can't actually get the words onto the page for you. You have to physically do that. But I will be there step by step and holding your hand along the way. So that's why I say I can't say it's 100% done for you, because there are bits I can't actually do, yeah? But I'm going to hold your hand through every step of it. The Wellness Business by Design. So we are a high-level done for you and done with you publishing and coaching program. So we are a publisher. We publish your book. We also help you build design, build, upload, and publish your online course as well. The purpose is to create a multiple 6 or 7 figure business. Who wants that? Yeah. And an opportunity to talk with us after the workshop. So today what we're doing is we're asking for expressions of interest from those of you who are interested in doing something with me. We will get you to fill that expression of interest. I'll go through it in a moment. And so we will go through that in detail with you in a moment. I really want you to understand exactly what to expect. One of my things is, as I've already said, is always about over-delivering, but that is the bare minimum that you can expect from the program. And for me, I looked at it from the perspective of when I first started in the digital media side and from going from a one-to-one practice. And I knew that I had to make that shift. I didn't want to die doing this. Yeah, I didn't want to, no matter how much I love my clients and I want to help, I didn't actually want to die helping people. And so I really looked at all the mistakes I made in that first 3 years, which were incredibly costly, like hundreds of thousands of dollars of mistakes because I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know the right people to ask. I didn't know even how to ask for the right kind of landing page. And I think I said earlier in the weekend that I'd think I was asking for the right thing, and then I'd get something and I'd just wasted, $2,000 not getting what I needed because I didn't have clarity. I didn't understand what to ask for. And that was a huge process. It was a 3-year educational process. And I had, coaches I paid $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for over that period to help me even get my first product out that made the money back immediately. Yeah. Over that first 12 months. But it was a really stressful time because I tried to do it by myself first, and I nearly gave up so many times. So many times. So it's not for everyone. And for those of you that it is for, we'll take those expressions of interest today, and then our team will actually give you back an application form. And once you have the application form, I need you to fill that out today. The application form is what I will determine whether I will take you to the next level. So the next level is actually a one-on-one conversation with me over the next week or so, where we get together on the phone or Skype and we actually nut out your business idea, we nut out your book and your course idea. And if it's a fit for both of us, if you still then decide you're ready to work with me and I'm ready to work with you and I think we're a fit and I think I can genuinely help you, then I will make a formal offer at that point. Does that make sense? Yeah? So I don't want you to think that everybody gets in just because it's an offer. I really want you to understand it is important. If I say no, it's because, and I'll actually get on the phone with you and explain why if I don't shortlist you for an application, and I'll try and help you understand why and what you need to do first before you get to that level. Does that make sense? Because if I took you and you weren't ready, you'll only be disappointed because I won't be able to do what you need to do. But if you are genuinely ready, then we'll talk about that. If you're not, I'll explain what maybe the next step is and that maybe what you need to prepare between now and maybe if I do another one in November or so, that you might have that ready in order to be ready for that next stage as well. Is that okay? Yes. So it's for a focused group, a small group of people who really want to work closely with me and my team, but who are really self-motivated and stuff as well because, I can't drag people to their success. I don't work with people I have to drag to their success. They have to want it. They have to want their contribution statement to mean something, and they need to be using that contribution statement to keep their motivation up. And yes, I'm going to be doing some brain training with you throughout the 12 months as well to make sure that you get through your blocks. But I need you to be self-motivated to do that as well. I can give you the brain training stuff, but if you don't turn up to the webinars or you don't turn up to the calls or you don't do the audios or you don't do the things I give you, then we're not going to get anywhere anyway. So it's an important thing that it's a balance of the business stuff and a big element of getting through your shit. Yeah? Because I still have shit, we all still have shit, and it gets in the way of our success. And so if you're willing to do that, then I'm willing to actually work with you. And that's part of the application process. I need to know. In the very early stages, we'll actually talk about what your shit is and we'll put a plan in place of what I need to do to work with you to get you through that over the year as well. So it's for people who want to go to the next level, who want to be held accountable, really accountable for their success, who like the idea of working one-on-one. Some people don't. Some people like to learn digitally and learn online and do it themselves. And other people like that one-on-one guidance and attention as well. And people who already have a track record of success. I really do need people that if they haven't already got a very well-established practice, they've got a track record of success in some other area of their life. They might have come from a business coaching, a business world or a corporate world or had success in another area of their life. So they understand the time and the effort that needs to go into creating what looks like overnight success, but it's always hard graft, yeah? And that you're highly motivated as well, and self-starters. And the big important thing for me you know, I've worked with, I think I told you the other day that I've sacked a lot of clients because I don't want to have to work with people that are resisting the success, that are resisting the change. And I'm willing to work with you to move through that resistance. But if you resist my help to get you through that resistance as well, that's not the kind of person I want. It doesn't make my life fun either, and it doesn't make my husband's life fun because I come home cross or I come home a bit tetchy. So it has to be fun for both of us. It's got to be the most joyous 12 months of growth. Yes, there's going to be stress. Yes, there's going to be, oh my God, my book's not this or my da-da-da's not that. But it needs to be a fun approach. And so if you can't have a little bit of black humor and a little bit of fun with the way that you work, then maybe we're not the right fit as well, okay? So it's a membership by application, as I mentioned. If you apply, I will talk to you after the program one-to-one to really clarify. So that's kind of a shortlist process. I generally take about half of the people that apply. So I really want you to be in the right space. I need you to understand where you are at right now, where your head's at, whether there's challenges or not. It doesn't matter if there are blocks. It doesn't matter all of that. I just need to know that you are aware that there are, and that you're not in kind of fairy tale land as well, and that you're aware that there is going to be some hard work for 12 months. So you've got to be able to have the time as well to commit to that as well. Okay? So let's have a look at the expressions of interest. So I've kind of broken it down into a number of areas, and those areas are the planning stage, which happens first up front. Then it's about creating the book. So we do the book first because that's going to give us our branding. It's going to give us our message, our topic, and our branding to go forward with, okay? And so we look at the design stage in the planning. We look at guiding you through that and guiding you through the design of your business and the business model. When we get to the creating of the book, we actually work with you one-on-one to plan that. So we get together on Skype or the phone and plan out your book. We decide on titles, we decide on subtitles, we decide on our course chapters. Like you've set out your basic structure now of a 4+2 model. If we're going to do an 8+2 model or a 12+2 model or a 6+2 model, we then look at the content, and you and I work together on the actual structure of the book. So we get your chapter outlines, we get your content outlines, everything together, and that's done together. And if that takes more than one session, it takes more than one session. We work through it and we do what we need to do. We then structure the book, obviously, and then we spend 3 days together. So if you can't commit to coming up with me, and we'll have the dates for that sorted very shortly, but it'll be in about 4 to 6 weeks to coming and spending 3, maybe 3.5 days with me to actually write your book. So within the next few weeks, you will have the first draft of your book. So we will spend 3 or so days together, and we'll throw in a couple of massages or whatever in the middle of all that to give you a little bit of a break. But if you can't make it to the Sunshine Coast, you can do it via Skype, and we'll just check in with you every hour or so. That is a possibility if you can't make it to the Sunshine Coast, but you have to be available for those 3 or so days. And you have to be available if you can't make it to the Sunshine Coast to commit that 3 or 4 days to be with us on the journey. Otherwise, you don't end up with a book. Yeah? Because if we don't get that book underway very shortly, by the time we get around to doing the course, you've wasted nearly your whole year. And by the end of the year, you should have a book, you should have a course, and you should have it selling, because the marketing funnels should all be in place by the end of that year. So by around 3/4 through the year, we're actually setting up the marketing funnels. We're actually, we've already done a little bit of it in the first place because we're building an audience. That starts after a couple of months. We start building the audience once we have clarity. But when we actually go to sell, that we need kind of 3 months towards the end of your program for that sell phase. Okay, so it's a very, very structured program, and we have accountability coaches that contact you on a fortnightly basis, and then I speak to you every month to keep you on track as well. If more is needed, we talk about that as well. So it's very, very structured, okay? So once we write the book on that weekend, then you give it to me, I take it away, and we work our magic. Yeah, your role is to get it out of your head on that weekend. My role is to stand by you every step of the way, hold your hand through that process, and magic it out of your body and magic it out of your head. And then I take it away to my editors. I take it away and turn it into a book. We give it once you then get the first draft, the second draft back, you then send us back your changes. We then take it to the next stage of edit. If I genuinely recommend that you need an incredible formal edit, more than what's provided in the program, I will recommend that to you. If it's actually really not good, yeah, we will have had some one-on-ones about that to try and mould it. If we can't seem to mould it, then I may recommend that you might need to go and take it to a specialist. And I've got one particular specialist that can turn any book into a masterpiece. But that would be a little bit more we'd have to address. But the 99.9% of the time, the editors that I have are all that you need, and it becomes the most amazing product. Okay. Once you approve the next stage, you get it back and you approve that. We get it signed off, and that's when it goes to formatting. So we send it to our formatters who actually magic it into a book. So you get all the kind of structures, the images, all of that kind of stuff, and it magically looks like a book somehow. Okay, I know what to ask for, and some beautiful person. We have a wonderful team member called Narelle, and she's got a business called N-Girl, and she has produced and formatted hundreds and hundreds of books all over the world, and so I've used her for a long time. We have a second formatter who's based on the Sunshine Coast, who's been the most amazing graphic designer for some really big firms, international firms around the country. And he's very thankfully moved up to the Sunshine Coast, and I connected with him, and he does work for me as well. So we've got two different styles of formatters and designers. They will design your book cover, they will design the branding, they will do your Facebook headers, your social media headers that align with your book cover. So everything is taken care of. We'll start YouTube channels for you. Or it will look at your Facebook pages and your social media pages, and we'll optimize them. A lot of our pages have been set up by ourselves, and we don't realize there's some amazing things that we could be doing to optimize those pages so that Google looks at them, that they're SEO'd properly as well. Okay, and so our team will do all of that for you as well. We will then publish your book. Once you get the format approval and you say, yes, it looks fabulous, that's exactly what I want, you sign off on it, and I send it to publish. So it's formatted then into Kindle, into print on demand for Amazon, and you will also get, we'll print off 50 copies of you as well. So you'll have 50 copies for marketing in your hand, and you'll be able to receive a quote if you want to get more than that. If you want to get 1,000 copies and go through an actual printer, an offset printer, we'll give you a quote for the offset printer I've used for the last 5 years or so. He's amazing. He's in Melbourne and is equivalent prices to overseas, but he's based in Australia, which is what I love. I can control the quality of the book. And if you don't want to do 1,000 copies, that's the minimum you can do for an offset printer. If you don't want 1,000 copies, then you can just order print on demand. So you can order 10, 50, 100, 500 copies at a time through Amazon. Okay? Any questions about that so far? So that's the book kind of stage. With the branding, we do the planning and design with you. So we'll actually maybe even get my graphic designers on the phone with you, and the three of us will get on the phone or on Skype, and we'll talk through your branding. We'll talk through what needs to happen and how that needs to change. And what we will then do is take that branding through everything. So we'll do a clean sweep of everything that you've currently got. If you've got websites, if you've got things that are already out there, your social media, etc., that's already out there, we'll do a clean sweep of all of that and make sure that it's all functioning as a system together. And then we'll provide you promotional pieces as well. So we're going to do, obviously, all your social media. We'll do your pull-up banners. We don't actually buy the banners for you. You have to do that, but we'll design them all. You sign off on them all at different stages along the way. And all of your promotional pieces as well. So we'll do your 60-second book trailer as well. We'll do your media kit, all of that goes with it. Okay. Once we get to the online course stage, we obviously get back on the phone one-on-one, and we're planning the online course. Then we look at our structure for the book and how do we convert that immediately into an online course, or how does it need to be tweaked. And then We do the exact same process. So we will actually break the whole course down step by step till you have a complete format. So you'll say, okay, I've got 8 modules in my course. This module is going to have 3 videos, 5 videos, whatever it needs to be. It's going to have a PDF download. It's going to have a quiz. It's going to have a whatever it is. That module has X, Y, Z. It has an MP3 download. It comes with a transcript. It comes with, so everything that needs to be in the course will be structured so we know what to prepare. And then we go away and we start allocating tasks. So what I need to send off to my graphic designers, what I need to send to you to get drafted. We'll do webinars and things. If you're not sure what to put in the next module, we can do a webinar together or a Skype together and draft that out and actually give you a plan for it. You send me the first draft and we send it off to our editors and our designers to design that into PDFs and things that go as your downloads and things in your courses. Okay? But again, the actual content has to come from you with my guidance to help you. So I don't want you to think you're going to be left there going, but I don't write and I can't write. That's my job to help you do that. And it's your job to reach out and what do you need to do? Ask for help if you're stuck, yeah? And, you know, let yourself be vulnerable and say, I don't know what I'm supposed to be writing here. I need help. And that's my job and my team to help you do that. Once your content is all structured out, you then come back and you meet with me and you meet with Lachlan and you meet with our makeup artists and our photographers. And you come and spend 3 days with me up on the Sunshine Coast again. And we film all of the face-to-camera work. So you get glamoured up. We get you to bring 3 or 4 outfits. We do your formal shots and things like that. We then film you all the face-to-camera stuff that's required. So it's all planned out prior to the 3 days. We know exactly how many videos each person needs. And you will then be put on a roster system to have all of your face-to-camera stuff. I'll coach you on the face-to-camera stuff. We'll help you remove blocks if we need to, like I did with Colin and Wendy. Do you remember those guys? And then, guess what? Lachlan edits it together for you too. Oh my God. We organise your top and tail videos. Do you understand what a top and tail video is? When you open up a video, a lot of the videos you see in proper courses and things, they're branded. So they'll have your logo with a little bit of lovely music that streams into it, then your content, and then your logo and a little bit of lovely music. So we'll do those for you and make sure that everything is top and tailed and looking very schmick. Cool? Once that's done, we are then getting ready for our marketing as well in the background. So that's all happening in the background. And we train you on how to go home and finish off the rest of the content. So for the rest of the content, you need to be producing PowerPoint slides. And I'll teach you how to do that in a way that's going to be beneficial for the actual viewer, and show you exactly what software you need and how to do that. We'll train that for you on that 3-day weekend. We'll train you how to do that, and you go and produce your internal content. So all of the face-to-camera stuff will be done with me, because that's where you're going to connect with your student, aren't you? When your face is on the camera, we need to connect. I'm going to do voice training with you so that you learn how to modulate. So when your face isn't on the camera, that you can actually learn how to make the video interesting as you're showing your PowerPoint slides and things. Yep. We'll edit all of that together. So as you send us your content as well, Lachlan's going to edit all of that together. And then I have the most amazing member of my team called Kylie. Kylie runs a digital platform for online courses, but not only does it do online courses, it does marketing funnels. It has a CRM on it, which is like MailChimp, yeah? So it's all together. It has the ability to hold your online course in any format, whether it's a membership subscription site or whether it's a 8-module buy, one-off buy kind of thing, or whether it's something else. There's unlimited styles of online courses that you can put on it. But it also has this amazing system called reverse marketing. And it is something that she's been working 3 years on designing. And it actually comes with the full package of her online course program software. And reverse marketing is, you put in your demographic, you put in your ideal client's details, you put in what they like and what they don't like, You put in what they read and what they don't read, exactly what you would do if you were doing Facebook advertising. And it searches the whole of the web for people who have been reading those things, going to those websites, whatever, and it brings you leads. Oh my God. It is completely innovative. And I said to her when she really showed me the back end and showed me what was actually happening in the delivery of it, I said to her, you do realize you have to sign a contract with me that you're going to be around for the next 10 years, because when Facebook and all of these guys get to know what this is, they're going to be trying to buy you out for millions of dollars. So I want blood to know that you're going to be here. Yeah. But that platform is available for you as well. And I pay the hosting and everything for that first 12 months in order to get you online and get you programming. After that period, you have to pay the hosting yourself, which if you have the whole package, which is the reverse marketing as well, it's about $100 a month, which is nothing. If you don't do the reverse marketing package, she said it'll be around between the basic package for just an online course would be about $30 a month. If you wanted to add all the funnels and things, it'll be $60 a month. And then if you do the reverse marketing as well, it's $100. How cool is that? Crazy, crazy stuff. But phenomenal. I've been working with her. Actually, she was one of the first people I worked with when I did my first book, the Unzip one, not the other two. And she helped me actually bring my book together and things many, many years ago. And I've just been working with her on and off for the last couple of years on automation, and she specialises now in automation. So the platform comes with a number of different funnels in it. I think there's about 4 funnels that will be included in it, and I'll go through those in a moment. So what we're also going to do is help you with the tech stuff. So my team of techies are going to do all of the connecting up. You know, all the stuff where somebody says the Facebook page has to talk to the such and such, and the landing page has to talk to your CRM, and then the emails have to be sent out to all your people, and then you've got to do a nurture list. And so our techies will help you do all of that. I help you write the email sequences and things that need to go out. So we get together and we do that together, and I help you edit it and things. But the techies will do all of the automation stuff. So they'll upload your course, they'll upload your landing pages, they'll connect them all up to your payment gateways, all of those kinds of things. Yep. You will also get our beautiful Sheni. Oh my God. Social media. So I'm going to pay for in the program a number of one-on-one sessions with you with Sheni to actually help you set up your Facebook ads and optimize your reach, optimize who you're targeting. You will also get, they have an amazing Facebook group that I'm actually part of. And as part of that Facebook group, it's a paid group. You don't actually get into it for free. As a member of that group, you can run any campaign or take a PDF of any of your stats of a current campaign, or just not be sure that you're setting up the campaign right. You can post a question or post your stats or post whatever you want into that group, and Sheni and Georgia actually give you the answer there and then. And if they don't know, they're part of this $200,000 group in the States. They put the question out to those people and say, my client is XYZ, they don't know how to do this, how do we do it? Yeah. So you've got access to these people that are just spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook ads every day and through that network. So I pay for a 3-month membership for you to that group so that you can, for your first 3 months of your campaign, as it's starting to get into swing, you can just be connecting with Sheni, myself and Georgia in that group and aren't getting any questions answered to make sure that your campaign is on track. Okay? Are we overwhelmed yet? We also do the Facebook Messenger chatbot. So Kelly in a moment is going to go through her chatbot and what that can do for you, how that will work. And you will get a basic chatbot in the program as well. So Kelly will work with you to set up at any stage of the program. So in our initial consult, I'm going to work out what your first priority is. If your first priority is to get more clients in your clinic, then we might actually bring Kelly's work for you to the front, so that we might set up a little chatbot that's about getting clients to your clinic. If it's not required until later on, then we don't start the chatbot until later on when we get to one of your funnels. So we kind of make that happen when it's happened, same as the Sheni stuff. We don't actually need to start the Facebook ads immediately. It's when you need it. So if you don't need it until your courses launch, we do it then. If you think you need it right now, then we do it now. Make sense? But that will all be worked out between you and I when we get on our first initial calls and sort that out. Facebook Lives, I'm going to train you in Facebook Lives later on today when we go into the social media organic reach stuff. I'm going to talk to you about a 12-week campaign of how to actually build like tens of thousands of people as a video view audience using a Facebook Live system. And I've got a whole kind of strategy around that I've used for the last couple of years. And it's very, very powerful. And I'll train you on that. Marketing funnels will do all of your funnels. I think there's minimum of 3 funnels included out of about 4 or 5 to choose from. And that would be in consultation with me. We'll sit down, look at the course you've created, look at your book, and I'll decide the best marketing funnel and recommend the best marketing funnel for you. Sometimes it might be a webinar. Webinars don't work for all people, but it might be suitable. Sometimes it might be a competition. Sometimes it might be a quiz funnel. We'll look at all of those this afternoon and give you an idea of what they are. But in your program, you get at least 3 of those, and we set those up for you as well with all of the technical stuff. You get media planning. We'll draft and help you draft some, think about the right media for you. So we'll actually do strategy calls to work out what's the right media for you, for your message, and we will draft those PR press releases for you or those television pitches for you and work with you to make sure that you try and get some media, try and get yourself out there a bit, if that's what you want. If you don't want TV and if you don't want media, there's no guarantee that you'll get it. But if you don't want it, you don't have to do that part of it. We can just use it for offline or online press releases. So you can use it for the kind of Google blog technique that I talked about, I think it was yesterday, where we actually do some online press releases with some WebWire things and make sure that you're getting on Google and getting your SEO sorted. Okay, we do the email marketing. We do speaker training. We help you if you want to do live events and webinars, workshops. We'll actually help you structure a mini workshop or a half day or a full day workshop and get the structure and the format down for you. That's all stuff we do one-on-one on our strategy calls each month as well. So if you say to me, that's what I want in my program, remember it's about designing the business that suits you. And so for some people that is what they want, for some people it's not. If it is, then in one of our calls what we'll be doing is creating the structure of a one-day workshop or a 6-part webinar series or whatever it is that you think you need. Live events, obviously, any creative marketing strategies as your business continues to grow. You just keep consulting with me over that year and we continue to work out what's the right next step, the next best move for your business. Fortnightly accountability, a 3-day book retreat, obviously we talked about, and the 3-day video production retreat. Wow. It's a lot. So what's required of you? Enthusiasm, willingness, and time. You need to be willing to prioritize the time to work on this program for 12 months. The initiative to be able to, if you come up with ideas, have initiative to tell me about it and we'll see if it actually works and see if it's got some traction as well. An initiative around your own business idea as well. And attending the group production days. Again, if you can't, for whatever reason, you need to discuss that with me. If you physically can't attend, there is the option of attending by Skype, but you must be available for those days. Cool? And the big aha, everybody's going, it's there, oh my God. By application today, it is a $500 deposit, and then it's 30, if you are accepted into the program, it's 13 monthly installments of $2,497. Bum bum. I can see everybody's faces go, no, I can't afford that. There is a payment in full option, so where you can save a couple of $1,000s there. And we also have a finance option with a company. It's nothing to do with me. There's no financial contract that I have with them, but they are a reputable finance company in Australia where you can apply and you normally get, and they specialize in finance for self-employed people. Even if you don't have your tax return completed, etc., they specialize in self-employed people working for themselves in the health and education industry. And so they actually do all the financing for Tony Robbins programs. They do the financing for a lot of kind of events like these. So they are available, and they're available just via a link. You just do you click the link. I think I've got it back on the back side of the page on the expressions of interest, and you click that link and pull in your basic details, and then TLC take over for there. That has nothing more to do with me. If you want to go down the finance route, you just let me know if the finance has been approved. Okay? So if you have questions about that, I'd love to answer those questions now. And if you are interested in putting in an expression of interest, even if you don't have a book idea yet, even if you're not sure whether the program is quite right, put the expression of interest in and fill out the application form that the guys will give you. And then I'll look at those over the next 24, 48 hours and give you a call and let you know whether you're we'll let you know whether you're shortlisted or not, of course. And if you're not, I'll give you a call and actually explain why. Yeah? So when you get the application, I want you to be as detailed, without writing me a book. I don't need a book right now. But be as detailed and thoughtful as you can about, because you're actually really trying to help me understand whether you're ready and whether it's something that you actually are ready to commit the time to as well. So put thought into that application process when you get it. And I'll be here all day, obviously, to answer questions if you have that, or if you want to chat with me one-on-one in the breaks and things as well. I'll make sure I'm around where we can actually just talk about the possibilities and talk about whether it feels right or not. So are there any questions right now?
And it's just the copyright thing on the books and all that.
All yours. Course, all yours. The book, all yours. I become your publisher, so it's published by Mind Design Centre. So you're not. It doesn't look like you're self-publishing, which gives your book a little bit of credos as well. But the copyright is all yours. Everything is all yours. I don't want another business. I got enough. Or we would find the right photographer for you. And it's actually going to be, I'm going to approach there's two potential of Annie's team. I'm going to approach them about whether they would be willing to. We will find the right photographer that gives the copyright to all of that as well. And I don't own any of the copyright of it. I don't want your stuff. I want to help you get your stuff out there. Deal? Who needs to stand up and shake it off? Who needs to stand up and say, I am an author? I can hear the energy go, I'm an author. I'm a digital marketer. And I want to be a course developer. All right, what we might do is just leave you ponder that. If you are interested, before the next break, take these up to the back of the room and they will give you an application form. What we're going to do is go on at the moment to chatbots and have a look at the basic fundamentals of a chatbot, what it is, how it works, and what to do from there. And then what we'll do is just talk about this later on in the program. If anyone has questions as well at any time, come up to me in lunchtime. I'll be around in here if you have personal questions that you don't want to talk about in front of the group as well. Kelly, darling, where are you? Beautiful. The beautiful Kelly. Kelly and I have been working together now for, it's only about 4 months or so, 5 months.
Very short February.
Yeah. And was it Valentine's Day? Oh my God, only since, how do you remember that?
Because I was away from my husband.
Oh, because she was away from her husband. Oh my God, I took her away from her husband. You didn't tell me that.
But I found something better. I didn't tell him that.
I haven't told my husband. Oh my God. What was that, sorry?
Your husband's not here?
No, my husband's not here.
She's got 2 little babies, so he's up in Gladstone looking
Yes.
after the babies.
Looking after my children, my beautiful children. So it was a memorable day.
It was a very memorable day. And Kelly then, I'd been looking for somebody to do my chatbots for me. And I tried out a couple of people. I tried out ManyChat, which is kind of the usual one. There's a software called ManyChat, and had a bit of a disaster with that. Mm-hmm. And then it started costing me a fortune because you can only have 200 members, 200 subscriptions, and then the price goes up, and then the price goes up. And so I was at another workshop and I was chatting to Kelly in the break, and she said, I said, what do you do, Kelly? And she said, I have a chatbot platform. And I went, hello? A what? And she explained what she had and what it was. And it is like she has this platform. This isn't she uses ManyChat or uses another. This is her platform. And it has unlimited members. It has unlimited I'm going to leave you with that. And she's now built me a number of chatbots, and I'm so excited.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, everyone, again for staying. So, Maggie said she'll save the best to last. So actually, who am I? there's a few, obviously, as Maggie mentioned, Chatbot Girl is what I'm here for, and it's what obviously Maggie introduced. Maggie and myself created the relationship of where we are. Also editor-in-chief of Make Money Online magazine. That's obviously my upbringing was to create automation, money, freedom. I had kids. I couldn't have time to go to a job. It was just, how do I stay at home and make money? And as Andy said, there's so many scams online, there's so many stuff online. So every one of you has bought a course online or bought something online and gets disappointed. Very, very disappointed. That brought me down to, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of the scammers, I'm sick of this. I'm changing the world and showing people the real stuff available to create freedom. I then am obviously associated with ABC Kids Health because I understand bringing up children with nutrition and the brain development and the 7-year period of their first years of life counts with your words and your actions and your nutrition also. So the chatbot thing is what I'm here to do with Maggie and her team and all of her students. What Maggie's mission for helping her passion in this wellness industry, she is going to impact 20 million people. She realised she couldn't do that alone, and I realised I couldn't impact millions without stepping into my power, stepping into my truth, owning my frustrations, owning spending lots of money, getting ripped off. And I am changing the world with providing solutions. So Maggie and myself are obviously providing solutions with the chatbot platform. I'm going to go through some stats with you. What is a chatbot? So most of you know what it is. Most of you go, what is that lingo? So a chatbot, I might just read it here. It's pretty much a computer program designed to stimulate a conversation, obviously for human use, especially over Facebook. Now, Facebook knows who you are, where you've been, who you follow. How many of you guys know what you did 1 year ago from today? Facebook does. Facebook knows that. It is scary, absolutely. So, chatbots often treat conversations like they're a game of tennis. Talk, reply, talk, reply. The good thing is, it's automated. Responded to an outcome you determine. It's a text funnel. So when you can use your wording into that funnel, you wean out the people that don't need a booking with you. You wean out the people that just want your free PDF or your free stuff. It's a game of tennis that you have control over. Not only, obviously, they're able to answer questions, but they can do so without help from a human. They're operational 24/7, so everyone has anyone online at Facebook at 2 a.m. and they click on your funnel or they want to make a booking, it's done automatically. So through a messenger chatbot, users can request information and obtain an instant answer. I don't know about you, but I'm very impatient. And if I want to know if this nail salon lady can book me in tomorrow and the chatbot can tell me yes or no, she's just won my business, or that company has done my business. I obviously use that through hypnotherapy when I needed some help. Thank you very much, Maggie. But also by emails. It's not possible by emails. If you've got something that you would like to present, a booking schedule, you kind of just get an email saying, yeah, I'll ring you tomorrow during my business hours, and and I'll see if I can book you in. The bot will do that automatically because it's linked to your onboarding process, your calendar. Messenger support appointments, obviously booking with your business. Messenger chatbots can lead your campaign to a 98% open rate and 44% click-through. You can't find that on email. Have you ever had a similar result by sending emails? Obviously it's time to change. I've just got some email stats in here because everyone's like, the money's in the list. The money's in the email list. So 78% of users are not interested in opening emails by brands. If they're aware of your brand and they just get one email a week or one email a month, whatever your automated email sequences are, they kind of flick it to junk mail, or they go, oh, they're just telling me about their life again. Users obviously tend to seek to read communications whilst on the move. What that means is emails are long. If you can get your message across in a short text, obviously through Facebook Messenger, they're more inclined to click on it and open it rather than an email. So that's where that 44% click rate comes from. 44% of you would open a Facebook Messenger and go, would you like to book in? Rather than open an email going through the calendar process, the old process. What this means for you as a business, it means 24/7. You're available 24/7. I would rather open one red notification over in Messenger rather than scan through my 322 emails I haven't read. That's just one account. So, an increase obviously in sales with your chatbot working 24/7 for you. Whether you're on holidays or whether you're with another client, whether that client is booked in for an hour or 2 hours, that bot answers the answers predetermined for you. I do have a robot in there, although it's not a robot, it's the stuff we put in there. Not only does it do one person, but 2, 3, 4. If I said to go to my Facebook page right now and make a booking, you can all go there at once. So, this is something I quickly did up I created a Facebook page for maybe this wellness business by design thing, so I was a bit sleepless last night. But I'm just going to show you what a simple bot does. It has buttons in there, you can put videos in there, it's pretty much endless, the capabilities that you can put in there. So I'm showing a quick one with, where's the mouse? It's also personalised as well. It says, hello Kelly. That's just me. It's personalised, a quick message. Obviously, image, buttons you can click on. So I obviously clicked on yes please. Continuing messaging. You can stop the time that it's there. So it looks like someone is actually texting back to you. You see the buttons also. I clicked on absolutely. I couldn't slow down this video, sorry. Imagine those buttons being in your book now. Download a free PDF of my book. Would you like to see the first module of my course? Would you like to see how my customer went from this to this? Would you like a free hypnosis tutorial? Those buttons are pretty customizable. It's really, really the back end technology side of stuff. You don't have to know that. It's making something simple for the user.
And that's something that you and I would do. We'd get together in one of our sessions and say, well, what do we want to use this chatbot for? And then Callie and I and you would get on a phone or a Skype and kind of plan the bot out to meet the specifications that you want. So if you want more clinic clients, we would plan it out to make that happen to your specialty, to your niche. If you want to do a book funnel, we would do it that way. If you want to do it as a a lead magnet for something else, then we would do it that way. So we would plan the content with you. We would help you write all of the content, all of the answers and the questions, the possible questions that people might be asking or pondering, and we'll be then processing those answers and planning it all in. And then Callie does, the programming, which is fabulous.
Who here knows what a QR code is? That thing. QR code. Imagine having that in a newspaper or a magazine linked to your bot. Opens up Facebook Messenger straight away. So I've obviously included this in an example. If you don't have Facebook Messenger, it's obviously not going to open. But if you would like to get out your phone, open your QR scanner, feel free to obviously scan that now, and it'll take you through the process. That way you can understand and use the buttons, click the buttons, read the text, and see how personalised it gets. So you can obviously test through a QR code. So you're not only limited to digital, you can put it in print.
So if you're at a workshop and you're handing out leaflets and flyers, or you're handing out order forms, etc., you can have your QR code directly linked to your bot from those flyers. If you're putting out leaflets to local practices, say a local acupuncturist has said, yes, fine, put your brochures here, you can have your QR code on the back of your brochures, and that links straight back to your bot as well.
Does everyone have your Facebook? Yeah. And Facebook Messenger? Yeah. So go into Facebook. At the top, search, you know how you go to stalk your friends? QR code scanner. Facebook actually have their own. Facebook dominates the internet space. So Facebook want people to stay on Facebook. So just search in that Facebook page, in that Facebook search button, QR code scanner. I think it's a little blue picture icon. Okay. Facebook's focus is to keep people on Facebook. So by obviously having an app, Facebook Messenger, that's obviously linked to them, they want to keep your users on Facebook, no matter where you are, all the time. They are stalking you. They know what you did last year on this day. They know whether you visited Woolworths. Your location servers are on. It's pretty scary. So obviously they want world domination. Over the past few months, it's obviously been apparent that Facebook is shifting much of their development power and marketing powers towards Messenger. So you may have clicked on an ad that opened up in Messenger.
Yeah.
Everything is moving very, very quickly, and keeping that Messenger in the back end of their mind, knowing that not everyone's opening their emails anymore. They want to keep messaging personalised, but also business related. Facebook Messenger is obviously the future of Facebook, and they know that. Every month, Facebook Messenger is obviously used by more than 1.2 billion users. That's Facebook Messenger. I'm sorry, but emails are old. You can retarget your email list through a bot, through a Facebook ad, and it would have more open rates than your email list. So, what can Messenger bots do for you? Many of the features, obviously, of email marketing can be replaced by Messenger bots. I've just put some quick examples on there for, obviously, your profession. Thank you messages, delivery of videos, booking notifications, upselling messages saying, hey, I see you've downloaded my free CD or PDF. Would you be interested in XYZ? Newsletters in general, obviously, communication. So keeping in touch with your clients becomes more easier, becomes more automated, because it's time is money. If you're stuck in if you're inundated with clients, you can let the bot do the work for you. You can let it work through a sales funnel. Informative articles, collection of emails. This one might be a bit scary, but we collect their emails also, and your phone numbers. API Facebook number. Everyone on Facebook has their own number, their kind of tracking number. Once we have that, we know whether you're single, we know whether you're married, we know whether you like dogs, we know whether you like butterflies, we know whether you follow artists, particular artist, that API number is everything. And that information that you gather from the bot, then you can retarget your client and you can hone in on who you really want to target. So I've obviously just put in the API Facebook number, but I am just briefly touching over it. You are being followed. Informative articles. So if you like to inform someone that follows you and you know they follow you and something changes with legislation laws, you can inform them about that. Service and sign-ups, lead generations, book release awareness, customer care also. And that's with when you're releasing your book or when you're releasing your course or when you're wanting to release some informative information. It is endless. Different companies that provide obviously services. I'm known as Chatbot Girl, but there is thousands, well not thousands yet, but there will be. You're on the cusp of knowing and being able to dive into this technology while it's still in its early ages. So on the first day, Maggie mentioned, does anyone know what a chatbot is? There was a few hands up and there was a few hands not. So by knowing and being on the cusp of something that is going to be obviously world domination, that's where things are going, that's where technology is going, that's where people's awareness is going also. People don't have time anymore. They're getting busier and busier and, well, lazier. If you can make a booking, an appointment with you with 3 button clicks, you're going to get more appointment bookings. You can plug your bot into your web page, so after a certain amount of scroll time, you can have a box that pops up and say, would you like some help? Click message us. That'll connect to your bot.
Actually, could I ask that question? Can you put it in your online course? Can it be kind of like the live chat in the online course as well? Or the bot chat?
Yes, absolutely.
My lordy, I've just learned something new today as well.
So with the live chat, that means you do get a notification saying someone actually needs your assistance. Rather than following your sequence and questions and you leading them to a result, if they're not led to that result, there's a live chat and then you obviously get notified in real time. Someone needs to chat. Obviously, if that's not up your alley, you don't want anyone notifying you at 2 a.m, then there's going to be a response saying, thanks, our office hours are blah, blah, blah. So the different places you can put and embed this is endless, and it's not only one sequence. So if you want a sequence for onboarding bookings, and you also have a sequence for your book relaunch, you also have one for your online course, and you may also have one for a lead generation of a free mini ebook or something like that. So that's 4 different areas and sequences that you can place and disperse around the internet. Through the message. So obviously I've been in it for quite a while, and it's not the fact that you're getting left behind. 90% of you were not aware of what a chatbot can do. You are in the 10% leading up to what is going to be the norm. Jumping on board at an earlier stage, dominating your space in your profession. If you're writing a book, you will dominate the generations from the people that aren't aware of technology and how they track you.
The only thing that the program doesn't include ad spend, but often you don't need ad spend to go to a chatbot. You would do posts. So you would do posts on your page and be trying to direct people to your page, and there will be, message me if you want this, message me if you want that, or you might do a live video to your page saying, oh, I've just released my new book and there's a free PDF of it for the first 100 people who want that. Just go to Messenger and message me and you'll get the free PDF of my book, and you just have 100 people on your list. Whoop!
Well, you're asleep.
But then you can do ads to then promote that bot as well, for whatever it is, but the ad spend would be your cost. It wouldn't be, that could break me. Oh my God. Oh, we have a question over here. Won't be a sec.
I want to set up a chatbot myself.
Yes.
Where do I go to? And is there an expense in that? Like if I set up a Facebook ad, I spend money.
Yes.
So yes, there is for the chatbot.
There's free options out there.
Okay.
They're limited to how many buttons you can have and how many sequences and how many subscribers that come in through that bot.
Right.
And also you have to look at their back-end security and hosting.
So are they outside of Facebook then?
Yes, it's an app. It's
Okay.
like your MailChimp or onboarding, emailing stuff. Facebook obviously wouldn't provide you with MailChimp.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've allowed my Facebook pages to connect to Chatbot Girl.
Wow.
Yeah. And so Facebook allows that to happen. So it's an app that's attached to my Facebook account.
Okay.
And so there's normally a subscription fee for chatbots. So there's things like ManyChat, there's Chatbot Girl. Who else?
24/7 AI. I can't read that. That's blurry.
But yes, there's many options. If you even just research chatbots.
Yes, and everyone knows about ManyChat.
Yep.
Mobile Monkey.
And so if you are looking at any kind of chatbot platform, make sure you look into the fine print about the costs ongoing. It might be free to set up, but if you get more than X amount of subscribers, some of them are like 50, some of them are 100, some of them are 200, some of them are more, then the costs start to add up. So just be aware that you read the fine print. Yeah.
Chatbot Girl's unlimited. So when I was helping Maggie, she was almost on the cusp of going over her subscription limit. I had already, and it was costing just to keep those subscribers on that list for nothing because Maggie didn't know what it was. She's just like, cool, I got these people downloading my stuff, that's excellent. Every month it was coming out extra and extra because she had more clients onboarding themselves.
And the person that had set my original one up through ManyChat had just set it up and not trained me about what I'd actually been given. So I had no idea what this could do. And then all of a sudden it started costing me a lot of money. And I was thinking, what the hell is this? And so that's when I just bumped into Callie and she was able to disconnect that
Not after I did some sly work.
Okay, so she did some sly work first to get the leads off and then disconnected that bot so it stopped costing me money.
So how much is your subscription?
Maggie and myself have to talk about a package about that. With anyone in this room, it's not going to go to public. So I can't answer you just yet.
Okay.
Messenger ads are the most profitable. What that means, and cheapest obviously, that means getting obviously more leads on the internet. So when you run an ad and you hit messengers now, that bot's answering you, more profitable. So there are people out there that actually just click on ads to increase obviously Facebook's revenues. So what the bot actually does is siphon through that. And when you actually are connected to real people, real customers, real clients wanting your stuff, the computer-generated people can't actually click on a button. So in some security things, you might see that you've got to click on the signposts before you continue, or click on the bus in the picture.
Yep.
That's to stop those bots wasting money on your Facebook ads. Facebook are wanting everyone to stay on Facebook, and they're keeping that with Facebook Messenger, making it streamlined, making it easier, making it also easier for you to book in clients. You're utilising what they're providing to you to also make your life easier. So you could sit in a clinical room with your customer knowing you're also getting bookings, knowing that you're also just sold a book, knowing that you could just refer one of your friends with a share or a button, utilise what you have access to. That's just in chatbots.
So are there any questions before we head to lunch for Callie? And of course, if you want to speak to her about, not being able to do your scan code or whatever it was, she's more than happy. She'll be here for the rest of the day as well. But any specific questions now before we go to lunch? No, it looks like everybody's hungry and eager to get out. Thank you so much, Kelly. That was fabulous. Wonderful, wonderful. It's just literally 12:30, so we'll see you back here for a 1:30 start. We're going to be doing funnels this afternoon, and when I show you the funnels that I'm going to show you, I want you to think about them in terms of you could be running these in the traditional way as landing pages, but you could also run the same funnel inside a chatbot too. Whoop!